swear. Jeez Louise. Okay, so apparently the settings did not carry over. I'm really getting tired of this thing. I think I'm gonna install the Streamlabs OBS on my system, and we'll see if that works a little bit better, because apparently it just decides it doesn't want to use my microphone anymore. So I'm like, oh, why is nothing coming through the audio over here? That's great, because the microphone's not set up, even though it was already configured, and lovely, just lovely. So let's try this again. So we got the nice Citadel handle. Went and picked up a couple of those when they came in, because I really like that you can just kind of stretch them out and put them wherever you want. We're going to work on Colton, my son Colton's miniature today, because he's really excited about the miniature and he wants to get working on that. We got way too much background noise here again because it decided it didn't want to put everything in. So we're gonna add a noise suppression filter real quick, because dang. How about that? Is that better? I like that. That sounds better. Okay. Yeah, I know. That's why I was on my way to fix that when I got distracted with the darn microphone not being fixed up right. Isn't that lovely? So let's go ahead and turn my other mouse on. We gotta fix the title. We will call this Wrong Keyboard. Mini Madness. Time to paint some figures. And then we will change our category to Creative. And we will update. There. Now we're right. Now we have audio. We have other stuff. This says whispers, but it shows me the whisper anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. And I think we're good. Time to paint some figures. Okay, let's try this again then. All right. So we got the figure. What do we want to use? We started our base with the gunmetal. All right. You know what though? I need to put some more primer onto this bad boy, because I see a couple spots. Now that I've got my magnifying glass, let's see. You can kind of see it. I got my magnifying glass so I can see the miniatures. I can see all the spots that I missed when I put on the initial coat of oh, what's it called? The primer. So put a few drops of primer in there so we can get that going. Then we will go ahead and find that one spot, because you can see it. You can see it in the close-up now that we got the light right here. Oh. Let's see. How about that? Yeah, right there. Let's see, right there. There's also a few spots under here. Like, you can't really see it from there. You can kind of see it from there. The light is kind of hard to get in there with the camera, but from this angle with the magnifying glass, I can see that stuff. Put my brush down in there and fill in those little spots in the base that were missed. We got one right there. Got some spots right there. Oh, need some more paint. More paint. Gotta get this paint on. Cover up all those little spots. Now I can also see underneath the skirting here. Oh, I'm off the screen. You know what? Oh, we lost our exposure there a little bit, so only have a slight delay from my camera from what I'm seeing here. All right, more paint. Paint on underneath there. Get those rocks painted, because there's the rocks under the feet. Got some cracks here that we missed the first time. You probably have to come in from this angle to get those. Gosh, it almost makes me want to put the camera like on this side of the magnifying glass, so that way you guys can see under there. We started painting the boot over there, but that's a really hard place to get into. Oh, there we go. Got it. No, this is no fun. I need the camera on this side so everybody can see. Yep, not holding it up close enough. It's not as sharp. So there we go. Right there. Get all those spots painted. All right. Uh-oh. That's what I didn't bring down. I did not bring down a paper towel to dry my brush. Man. Maybe I still have one down here. Maybe I will just have to come over here and grab one. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, now we've got it. Now we've got it. Dry off the brush. Okay, so let's go ahead and Let's pick a nice base color. He wanted, let's see, yeah, a nice purple. We got Hexed Lichen or Royal Purple. Then we got dark blue. Let's go with the royal. We'll take some royal, mix a little black into it. Make a nice darker purple. Let's try this again. Come over here. And take a little bit of the black on the brush. Get rid of the purple. Mix it in. Oh, looks pretty good. I like that. Alright. We're going to come in here and we're going to start painting on the base coat for the tabard. Or you could call it his man skirt. We'll call it a hakama. He's a semi-Japanese knight of the realm. And 3 drops purple. Ah! This water cup is killing me. Let's move the water cup out of the way. All the way over there. There we go. Some nice purple, blackish purple. So we got 3 drops of purple, or what we would call royal purple, because that's what it's called, and 1 little brush stroke of black mixed in there. Kind of darken it up just a tiny bit. Make it a nice dark base coat. Make sure we don't get too sloppy with it all over everything. It's almost like a hakama, really. It's got that bit in the back for the armor. Kind of looks like the board on the back of your hakama. It holds your hemos up. For those of you who don't know, a hakama is the traditional pants worn by the Japanese. It's the formal pants. Not super formal. I mean, it's you could wear an everyday hakama, but is also one of the main articles of clothing we wear when practicing certain Koryu martial arts, like Iaijutsu or Kendo. Kendo's not really Koryu, but Koryu meaning old school. But the you get the hakama. Aikido. Aikido's not really old school either. Never mind. You know what? I'm just gonna take all that back. We'll say it's just a typical. It's one of the traditional articles of clothing that you can wear while practicing Japanese style martial arts. I myself practice Iaijutsu, which is it's a form of Japanese swordsmanship. It is the art of drawing and cutting in a single motion. It's really fun. I practiced consistently there for about 10 years. Oh man. You gotta watch out for these rogue brushstrokes. I got some on his back there on his armor. Not cool. But practiced consistently there for about 10 years. Life got a little bit busy for me, so I stopped practicing regularly. I miss my dojo. And I found out that Hombu now, Hombu used to be in San Diego until Shimabukuro Sensei passed away. And then Carl Long took over the head of the school. And his dojo is over in Pennsylvania, I think. Just off the top of my head, I'm going to say Pennsylvania. But he's only 2 states away from me right now. So it's actually easier. Well, I would say easy to just kind of go on over towards that direction and hit the dojo. Actually train with the head of the school right now over at Hombu Dojo. Hombu meaning the home dojo. Kind of exactly how it sounds. It's Hombu. It's the home dojo. Get a little more in there. But oh man, I love Iaijutsu. I would like to get going on a what's the word I'm looking for? More hand-to-hand martial art like Jujutsu or more Aikido. I did a little bit of Aikido with Parson Sensei over at Bakersfield Budo. For those of you who don't know, if you want to learn the traditional martial arts of Japan and you happen to be in California, go on over to Bakersfield Budo. Train with Ramirez Sensei and Parson Sensei and Loya Sifu. David Loya, Robin Ramirez, Jason Parsons, great people. They also they do Aikido, they do Karate, they do Iaijutsu. What is the name of the traditional Japanese bow martial arts? I cannot remember it for the life of me off the top of my head. They used to have that there, as well as calligraphy classes, Japanese calligraphy classes. I don't know if they still have those going on over there. I should probably check in with them if I'm gonna plug them while I'm painting. Okay, so right now I'm gonna have to eject this because I want to be able to get a little bit more angle underneath here so I can get in there and get that painted. It's getting a little sloppy. It's this hole under the skirt painting here. It's always kind of a pain. Almost makes me want to cut the feet off the base so I can paint under there and then glue them back on. I mean, it's plastic, it'll work. So You see that? I'm straying too far. Straying too far. Oh, a little sloppy there. Man. Okay, we're going to put a little on the tip there. And we are going to do this. We'll say he's got a purple bit of supporting cloth underneath this giant belt he's wearing here. That looks kind of cool. I like that. Gives him character. Get it? It gives the character. I know, it's horrible. Sorry. I apologize. I did not mean to do that. Yeah. Got some purple on my hand now. Just spreading it out. There we go. I like that. That looks pretty good. Now, here's the deal. I think we should give him purple shield. Let's go with his purple tabard there. Or his purple knightly Hakama. I know, it's kind of a big area for such a tiny little brush, but you know what? It'll work. Make sure the front of his shield is all in purple. And then we'll put some sort of symbol on there. Because this is Alexander the Brave. This is not, however, Sir Braves-a-Lot. Sir Braves-a-Lot is going to cost me probably $25 because I've got a pretty good model made up over on Hero Forge that Colton went through and helped design. He was very adamant that certain things be done, so we came up with a figure over on Hero Forge for Sir Braves-a-Lot. And Sir Braves-a-Lot has a giant two-handed sword because he, like I said, he's modeled Sir Braves-a-Lot off of Jim Lake Jr., the troll hunter from the Netflix DreamWorks TV or show, the Troll Hunters with an S. Yes, Troll Hunters with an S, which is a pretty decent show for a kids show. I mean, dude, season 3 is supposed to be coming out here pretty soon. Season 3, they have to recast the main character's voice actor because he was the guy that played Chekhov on the new Star Trek reboots, and with his passing, kind of makes it a little bit difficult to recast or to have that character. So we're gonna. That's a good angle. I like that. There's his belt. And I think that is that. Aside from the places where we touched it. Oh, see, there's another little white spot right there. Can you? Oh, dang it! I'm off the screen again. You guys see that white spot hiding back in there? Yep. Another little spot. All right. Got my Lord of the Rings cup for my rinsing cup. Still too much paint on the brush. There we go. Yeah, you can't really see it so well in that. Over here, yeah. This document camera is really good on the colors. I really like the colors on this. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to let that go to autofocus so you can focus down here. Because it looks pretty good. I like that. He's a happy little fighter. Happy little warrior. Put a little purple here. Maybe make him some friends. He's a happy fighter. Channeling my inner Bob Ross. All right. So got those going there. We need to bring back the gunmetal. Yep. Really? Oh, sweet. I've got ink. I didn't realize I had ink in here. Now I've got one ink. It's smoky ink. I picked up some inks when I was at the Games Workshop shop. I got some Nuln Oil and some Grax Earthshade. But then I also have smoky ink from my game color set, which is pretty cool. That's not what I was wanting. I was wanting... That's gray. Where's my metals? Terracotta. Nope. No, you're here somewhere. There we go. Gunmetal. Stick it up. Game color. Just focus. Just focus. There we go. Look at that. Put a little gunmetal in there. Touch up the spots that we missed. Wipe a little bit of the dried up stuff off the top there. So thick. Makes me wonder, is it not shook up? But it is shook up. It's consistent in the color there. It's just a thick paint. You can kind of see it right there. Like that. Right there. It's just kind of a big dollop right in there. Just focus on the brush. Focus on it. You know you want to. Yeah, well, whichever. It's a little bit thick, but you know, it works. Let's put him back on the base. Base. Very base. Turn him sideways. He's up a little bit higher. Kind of come in here. Looks like we missed some armor over here. Drawback of it being so thick is it will not coat very evenly. It's just kind of thick and sticky. You know what? I know what we got. Let's go with... Nope. 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 No. What do you think? Retarder medium? We'll put some retarder medium in there. Maybe that'll thin it up a little bit. Nope, because it's pretty thick too. But it'll at least kind of dilute it somewhat. Yeah, it's a little bit thinner. This is when I wish I had some of the airbrush thinner. Alright, let's try this again. Oh, that's much better. Covered up that purple we accidentally put on it. Get those shoulder pads nice and colored. Run down that armor there. Make that armor nice and shiny. Get down in there in those cracks. We need those. We need that armor to look good. So, yeah. Here we go. That looks a little bit better. Looks like he's got some armored boots, because the armor covers the front of the boot. Does not cover the back of the boot. Although, that looks like it goes all the way down to the bottom of the boot. I don't know what's up with that. That's weird. Alright, well, we'll paint it then. Whatever. It's a little difficult to see there. Because it goes right to the edge, and then the edge there. Makes it a... There we go. Now we're locked in. Oh, sounds like the laundry's done. So, come over here. We'll do the painting. Get it out on the brush. Make a nice point. So we can get it on in there and get that section painted. There we go. Now that looks good. Yeah, this will make him happy. Just like fraps make Princess Leia happy. This morning, I wanted a frap, and they wouldn't make it. Now my wife's probably upstairs going, dude, why do you have to say fraps? Now I want a frap. Isn't that right? Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, there we go. Nice and clean. So, all right. We got some good progress going on there. Now, let's see. Alexander the Brave. I don't remember what his hair color was. I think it might have been brown. It's altogether possible. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a short break because I need to go get a drink. So, I'll be right back. There we go. Man. Alright, so let's see. Back to roll Alexander. Looks pretty cool. I like that. The base looks... We're going to do grayish rocks there. Oh, you know what? That's what it needs, right there. Just a little bit on the tip. So you paint up that pommel. All the little areas you gotta make sure you hit. That seems like it wants to work right. We'll have to do that once we paint that up. Put the brown on there. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do next. We're going to do browns for the leathers. The dark browns. So, let's see what we got. Brown, 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 brown. Those are metallics. Metallics, metallics. I want earth tones. There's leather brown, but we're going to use that for highlights. See? Leather brown. Or leather brown. I want something darker. Do we have something darker? No, we've got black. There's silver. Chainmail silver. Gunmetal. Polished gold. Glorious gold. Bronze. Brass. Hammered copper. And tinny tin. Interesting. Not what we're looking for, though. Maybe we'll have to mix some colors here. So we will go, and we will put 2 drops of leather, which still seems like it's a little undermixed there. That's why I need like a paint shaker. Shake the paint. You can always go with gory red. Add some gory red. But no, I want to... You know what? Why not? Put 1 tiny little drop of gory red so it looks kind of bloody. And then... let's mix in... Oop. Uh-oh. No. There we go. The lid came off. That's not good. Mix in a tiny little bit of black into it. Not even a full drop, just a tiny little drop. So it'll be like a mixing in brown and crimson. Man, I wish I had a stir stick. You know what? I'll just use the end of this brush. That's a nice mixture right there. That almost looks like scabby blood. I think I want a tiny little bit more leather in that. Make sure that gets good mixed up. 1 tiny little bit more leather. There we go. So it's got that kind of reddish hue to it, but still brown. Still in the same wheelhouse as the leather tan. A good highlight there. And for good measure, we're going to put 1 little drop of retarder medium. just to keep it moist, because that would really, really, really suck if it dried up real quick. After all this work mixing it. So we've got 3 drops leather, 1 drop gory red, and 1, I want to say maybe like a 3/4 or a half drop of black in it. So that comes out pretty decent. That's a pretty decent color right there. All right, let's break out our brush again. Go on the brush, and then come back in over here. You start doing the leather work here. Ah! No! Stupid hands. The drawback of painting with the magnifying glass is I can't really judge distances until I'm moving really slow. Alright, we'll hit that with a nice earthy wash. Oh, son of a... Ah! Fell out of the stand. Fighter is down. Fighter is down. There we go. Nice gentle little strokes. Alright, we'll wheel it around over here so we can do that side. Suppose we should stop playing with that. And then we come over here. We'll do this little pouch up front. pouch rocking. Anyway, yeah. No. It's getting a little crazy, a little too much. A little too much. It's getting a little too much all over the place. So weird having to get used to this whole painting with the magnifying glass. There we go. I'm gonna make that right there. Nice leathery bit. Should make that black leather. And a lot of glare off this paint. Kind of hard to see where I'm at or what kind of layering I got going on here. All right, so there we go. We got some of that. Looks pretty decent. Ugh. Rocks. Get some down in there on that boot. Gotta get it on the boot. And now it's on the rock. Because the shaky hand is the paint all over everything you don't want it on. Yeah, I like that. That just put it on the sword. There we go. Put them on the bottom of the shoe here. I should totally write the name Andy on the bottom of this shoe. That would make Colton super excited. It's like, wait a minute. This is one of Andy's toys? From Toy Story? Oh my gosh, Dad. That's so awesome. Like, sure. Andy played D&D. Andy likes playing D&D. So there we go. Nope. Paint. Oh, god dang, I swear. Alright. I think that's enough of the brown for right now. Wait, hold on. Let's take a look at this real quick. Yep, We're doing it. This lining around the chainmail here can totally be a studded leather. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it studded leather. It's riveting the chainmail to the leather straps, so that way the chainmail doesn't come unraveled. I like it. There we go. So base coats, it doesn't have to be exact. Yeah, we can always touch up. I'm going to be doing a lot of touching up with this purple because it just got all over the place. So what do you think about that? How's that look? A lot of glare. So we'll just set them right there. Alright, well, you know what? I know we started a little late. Wanted to get a little something in. Tuesdays and Thursdays lately have just been a little bit crazy. You know, it's just super busy. So just, I mean, I guess I could have streamed Tuesday and all, but the baby was like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. No, I'm gonna wake up. I'm going crazy. So just tired and whatnot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna call it there. You know what? No, not right. Not quite yet. I'm gonna get a little bit more of this purple we got going here. I'm gonna do some touch up. Just a little touch up. Maybe a little touch up on your flame job there, buddy. Anybody remember that movie? What was it called? Oh man. It had oh, what's his name? It was right there. It was right there on the tip of my head, tip of my tongue. Oh, he's a dancer. Hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna figure this out. Darn it. We are gonna figure this out. Where's my mouse pointer? It's Gregory. They were weapons dealers. He pulled out a flamethrower from the back of his car. Gregory Hines, Chevy Chase, Sigourney Weaver, deal of the century. Yes. Right, he was just he was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm sick with this. The dude has the flame job. I think he crashed into him, and he's just like, you know what? Let me touch up your flame job a little bit. And he pulls out the flamethrower and just starts hosing the car. Just a little touch up. Just a little touch up. Yeah. You know, I think this needs, I think the purple needs a little retarder medium too. Because it's starting to get a little dry there. So, we'll put that down for a second. We'll bust out our handy dandy mixing stick. Retarder medium in that. That allows that to reliquefy. up. Makes it nice and soft. It's getting just a little bit crunchy. We don't want it to get crunchy at all. Now, do we? If it's crunchy, we can't paint with it. Then we have to remix it. So let's see if we can get it out right here. Yeah, okay. So I know I dated myself with that movie because, come on, dude, that movie came out in. Anybody got the date on that one? Has anybody got it? Oh, there it is, right there. IMDb says 1983. I remember watching that on the cable. Yes, we had cable back in Rosedale. I'm a fount of useless knowledge. Just all these movies and movie quotes. And my wife gets upset with me and she's like, you can remember all these movie quotes, yet you can't remember what I just said. I'm like, yeah, I know. I kind of suck that way. It's just garbage. It's just garbage that's all in my head. Movie quotes. We can quote movies for days. Mostly. But yeah, I get squirreled a little too often. You're like, okay, I'm gonna do a squirrel. Yeah, a little too squirrely, just a little bit. I'm gonna paint that up right there. That is not a part of his boot. That is, in fact, a part of his nightly Hakama. This man skirt. His Japanese man skirt. He's gonna wear it. He's gonna get his sword on. That looks decent. Really want to get under here. Gosh, it's kind of hard. It's a really hard spot. It's tight in there. It's a little crazy. Got death clock stuck in my head. Awakened. We're watching some Death Clock a couple days ago, and it's just running in my head. It's going crazy. All right, hands up. How many of you watched Death Clock? Because it's Death Clock. Got Metalocalypse. I think we were just a little too late with our retarder on the paint there, because it's just a little thick. Getting under there getting those bits painted. I did not remember that Sigourney Weaver was in that movie. I didn't remember that Chevy Chase was in that movie. I should have. Man, I watched a lot of Chevy Chase as a kid. You got Fletch and Fletch Lives, I think was the second one. Yeah, you got. Let's see, what else was he in? Was he in Caddyshack? Parents watched a lot of Chevy Chase. Of course, we never got to watch Saturday Night Live. We were too little to stay out, too late to watch, you know, Saturday Night Live and all. We don't need quotes. We want the movie. Love Chevy Chase in Community. That was awesome. Yeah, he was in Caddyshack. I knew it. Spies Like Us. You can't go wrong with Spies Like Us. You got Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase. Bumbling spies. Doctor. Bob Hope. Just playing through. Glad I'm not sick. All right, so we got the touch-ups going. I think this is probably a good place to stop for the night. So, all right, and everybody, we see it. We got it right there. Say, hello, Alexander. You're looking pretty good, sir. Not quite there yet. You know, you gotta take a little time to do it. But I think Colton will be happy with that. He'll be very happy. So that'll be it for tonight. Catch us this Saturday. Saturday is game night. We've got our return to the adventures of the Village of Wayrest. So we'll get in there. We'll get some AD&D action going. Might have some surprise guest people. We got a friend just moving to the area who wants to learn how to play D&D, so he's going to watch us. I don't know if he wants to play just yet. Yeah, because jumping into it that deep, it's probably a good time to jump into it, too, with everybody being outside and under attack by arrow or bow packing goblins on the back of wargs and circling them, and they're like, wait a minute. Let's go and attack these wargs. We can move up to them. So we got all that going on. They're trying to fill up the goblin horns with smoke. So, you know, everybody wants to cook the goblins apparently. So, and that we can't forget about the sound of marching coming up from the same direction that the wargs appeared. Nobody knows what it is, but it sounds like, you know, what was it? I think it was like a couple dozen people, green people maybe, marching up towards the top of the hill. So we'll find out what goes on Saturday. But yeah, come back and join us then. I think what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and host Geek and Sundry, because, you know, they always have it's always hard on Thursdays. You go up against, you know, the masters, Geek and Sundry, with their Critical Role, and it's almost like, God, I want to watch Critical Role, but dude, I gotta stream because we gotta get these minis painted, or we gotta get the game going and get the gold box going. You know, took too long of a break. So got to get back in the swing of things. But that also all depends on whether or not the children want to be cooperative, because Thursday and Tuesday night streams are solely dependent upon how the kids are doing. It's, yeah, it says 9 o'clock, but it's kind of like 9-ish. So it could be anywhere from like 9 to 10 o'clock because those kids just don't want to cooperate and go down for 9 nights so that I can run down here and stream, or we got stuff going on because, you know, we're in the middle of buying our house. So once the paperwork's signed, there's going to be a lot of renovations going on. We're going to, the background here behind me is going to kind of be the actual wall behind me, except we're gonna have bookshelves and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. Half the basement back here is gonna be an actual dungeon where we're gonna have the game room and everything, and then we got a nice bar over there that we're gonna turn the walls into like a tavern setting. So, you know, it's a project. It's gonna take a little bit. You know, we do some renovations on the bathroom upstairs. So it all depends on how much free time I have. So, all right. Well, you guys have a great night. We will catch you later. And as always, come back again soon. For the raid. The raid is going down. Hitting Geek and Sundry. I have about 10 seconds left before it flips over, so yeah. Tell them where you came from. That's right. Pimp it out. Just kidding. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. You're not